Welcome back to part 2 of my Jabel Shams trip. So the last time you saw me drive all the way to Tanuf, meet Abu Ali, do some sightseeing in some of the most beautiful spots in Tanuf, and then end up at this beautiful spot in Jabel Shams. Let's see what happened in the rest of this trip. Having a guide makes the world of a difference. This is where we were camped out yesterday. But hold on, let's reverse back a little bit. Alright, that's much better. So as usual, I was the first to wake up, and since the clouds were all the way down all last night, it was really cold in the morning. So my day always starts off with a walk with my dogs, and when I'm on trips, it's no different. The best part about this is that I get to see the place on foot, and Jabal Shams is just amazing. Whether you want to go for a hike, or whether you just want to take a walk around and really enjoy nature, it is one of the most pristine places to camp out in. And of course, the cold weather in our part of the world is a blessing. Breakfast. What do we have? We have hash browns وعندنا بيض ووجبة سريعة كده على السريع. طبعا الجريل النوماد جريل فظيع جدا. اشتعل على طول بالغاز اموره طيبة، يسخن على طول، ساخن عاد خلاص. ابو علي جوعان، شوفوا مذيله جوعانين بعد اثنيناتهم. طبعا الاشياء مثل هذه لازم ضروري لما تطلعوا رحلات يكون معاكم سكين، ضروري جدا. So besides camping out and exploring the country, I love cooking. So there you go. Breakfast was done by me, but it was time for me to head out on the Saran, and I had to take care of Caro before I did that.
ايوه
انا بطلع الدراجه بس قبل ما اطلع
لكن هذا وش نسوي به؟
هذا بيلحقني ترى، بس عندي شيء تعال
يلا.
هذا عباره عن حبل نربطه من هالسياره للحوت.
اوكي
تمام. ومن بعدها نحط كارو على الليش، فكارو يكون عنده مجال يقدر يجي ويروح، بس ما يقدر يروح بعيد.
عنده مجال للتحرك لكن نفس الوقت سيفتي.
بالضبط.
حلو.
ركبه ونشوف. Since I do many solo trips, something like this was something that I was really looking for. Found it on Amazon. Pretty simple, pull the line from one end to the next, put a leash on your dog, and he has space to roam around. That gives me comfort while I'm out and about on the bike, and Caro has his freedom. I can't emphasize how important it is to have the right safety gear when you're out and about. Anyway, I set out on an epic ride on the Saran. Now the Saran has become a permanent part of my garage and part of my trips because this thing is crazy. You've got 200 Newton meters of torque on an electric bike that you can charge off the battery system of your car. And riding it around in Jabal Shams was just amazing. The views and of course, the challenge. I had a great time. Now, I couldn't have asked for a better location. I mean, just have a look at this. It was amazing, but it was time for us to make a move to our second spot before the guys arrived from Muscat. So we packed up and we were off. So we're packed up, متحركين للموقع الثاني, second destination, still on Jabal Shams. I've gotten used to driving on Jabal Shams because we do this trip a lot, but it is a challenging track. A lot of loose rocks, a lot of loose sand, and a lot of corners and sheer drops. So it's not really for the faint-hearted. So far, this has been an amazing trip. It's been cold. At the moment, it's 10 degrees as we're headed to the second camp spot. The way up to the mountain, there are two routes. So yesterday we took once you get off the graded track, you have an option of going right towards the viewpoint or left towards Sunrise Resort. Yesterday we went right and we were close to the viewpoint. Today we've gone back and gone left, and this is a much more challenging off-road track. See the smile on my face? I'm loving the Tacoma. So on we went to our second destination. What we saw on the way, that's a whole other story. On our way up the mountains, the clouds decided to come down and say hello. This was one of the most epic drives I have ever had. With the sun setting behind us and the clouds around us, this was amazing. Abu Ali couldn't have picked a better location. We were on the cliffside and the clouds were below us. This was a perfect campsite, and we were waiting for the guys to arrive. They were just a couple of minutes out. So before they arrived, I decided it was time for me to make some lunch. Just look at this view. The boys arrived, we saw a beautiful sunset, and then we set up camp for the night. Dinner. It's 3 degrees at the moment. We're all freezing. It was going to be a really cold night. The temperatures were dropping way below what we had expected them to be. But this is what we came here for. كيف؟ نمت زين بو نزار؟ نمت زين؟ Definitely was one of the coldest nights that I have ever witnessed while camping anywhere. Anyway, morning was here, time for some breakfast. This is the view we woke up to the morning. The guys, طبعاً, started breakfast. Mustafa's making his pancakes. They look delicious. In my world, what makes a trip memorable is good company, great food, and great views. And Jabel Shams hit the trifecta. Abu Ali had left us the night before, and now it was time for me and Abu Nazar to make our way down the mountain. It was the end of the trip, but Jabel Shams had one more surprise story for me on my way down. Clouds are down, and we're driving right through them. The Mountain of the Sun, Jabel Shams, is a must visit if you're coming to Oman. Great camping spots, amazing weather, and more than that, the views are just breathtaking. If you haven't yet, do subscribe, share, and like, and remember, keep exploring.